Have you ever wondered if you can dye dolls? Or maybe you've wanted to try it, but wasn't sure how? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Welcome back to Beyond the Doll Room. Today, we're going to be dyeing some dolls from the So, grab your drinks and any snacks. Grab your dyeing equipment, sit back, relax, and let's begin today's video. Also, there's mini chibi me in my little pouch right there. What you'll need: a pan, gloves, fabric dye, water, a wooden spoon, dolls, and a towel. Remember, dye is permanent, so wear gloves and some old clothes, or even an apron if you want to be extra safe. And do be cautious with the hot water. Here are the types of dolls we're testing today. A standard Barbie fashionista body. She has hard plastic. A cheap fake Barbie type doll. A body with rubber arms and legs but a plastic torso, and a fake Barbie type doll with a head to test dyeing faces. These are some dolls I've dyed in the past, and just for some reference, and yes, you can dye doll heads, but results may vary. Bring your water to a boil, then gradually reduce the heat. If the water's too hot, it can warp and melt your dolls. Yes, melt your dolls. I found this out the hard way. Rest in peace to the Cindy body that I literally melted. Once the water is ready, lower the heat, add your dye and stir well. Also, when using a pan, you want to use one that you're not going to really use for food anymore because, you know, we're putting dye in there and you don't want to be eating dye really, do you?
Just keep stirring, 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 just keep stirring. A little Dory reference there.
And then you want to submerge your doll into the pan. So now I'm just going to rinse the dolls off and get all the dye out, and I'm going to use soap as well because you want to get into all the crevices and make sure all that dye is gone.
Wash it out.
You want to use soap and water and use a soft cloth to be careful of any, face paint on the doll because you don't want to ruin that. So my final thoughts, the Barbie fashionista body didn't really dye that well, to be honest. I could probably put her in another couple of rounds of dye and it probably would darken a bit, but it's quite light, to be honest. The rubber-legged and armed doll died really well, which I knew that was going to be the case because rubber dies the best. Plastic is harder to die. It will die eventually, but it'll be a lot lighter, you know, than the rubber that's died. So that was, you know, a win. And then the fakey Barbie dolls, they died really well, apart from their bodies, because their bodies is like hard plastic. So again, it's not going to die. It was a little blotchy in areas for some reason as well. But yeah, it's an experiment. I just wanted to show you, you know, what you can dye and what you can't. Doll heads, because they're rubber, perfect, you can dye them. Plastic bodies, not so much. You know, results may vary. So, you know, dye at your own cost. I'd use, you know, a doll that you're not really attached to, you know, if you want to dye a body. Sounds weird, that, dye a body. So if you do have any blotchy spots or the colour's not as dark as you wanted it, you can always go in again and dye her. But remember, you can't go lighter, you can only go darker. So bear that in mind. So I hope you enjoyed today's dyeing tutorial and I hope you found it, you know, helpful. Leave me a comment below though if you are planning on dyeing any of your dolls, and if you've got any videos up of that, I'd love to see them. And as always, stay creative, stay spooky, the banshee remains, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. And I will see you all in the next video. And remember, the last week of May, I'm doing Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm using the hashtags which I'm putting on the screen right now. You or your dolls can dress in green. You can use a green scene setting if you don't have doll clothes. Because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you want to get involved, use the hashtag on the screen right now. And you can dress any doll in green, or yourself, you know, some green here. Use the hashtag like I said. You can add any charities for mental health. You can speak about mental health. You can maybe include a doll that means a lot to you, that's got, oh my gosh, I'm spilling my drink, that's got you through some tough times. And make sure you check out everyone else who is participating. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.